What's up guys, Tevy here back again with another episode of Let's Play Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, and I'm just going to get right to going into it. We're getting some information about Gus, who is the guy guarding the way to the other side, but we'll get into him later. Instead, let's head into this office and we meet her professor. Oh hi, there you are, Professor Frankly. What's up? Who's there? Who wants me? Ah, yes, you. Now you, I've seen your face before. Yes, that face. Wait for it. Just a moment. Don't tell me now. Silence! I'll get it right. It's not Goombella. It's not Eliza Goom. I've got it! You're Goombella, aren't you? You were in my archaeology class last year, am I right? Wow, yes sir, that's me. I'm Goombella, a junior at UGoom. Go Goombas! Of course I remember you. Not to toot my horn, but I'm pretty good at remembering. You though, you stick out of my mind because you were such an exceptional student. And that guy behind you is... Who? Mario, Professor, he's Mario, you know, the famous one. Oh, my apologies, I'm such a bookworm, I haven't a clue about what's hip right now. In any case, what sort of errand brings you two all the way to a place like this? We were hoping you'd tell us about the legendary treasure said to be below Rogueport. I thought that if anyone knew anything about it, it would be you, Professor Frankly. Of course I know about it. The reason I came here was to study that very subject. But why do you tykes want to learn about the legendary treasure? You know, the most say it's little more than a fairy tale, don't you? Archaeologists and historians have to search for truth in those fairy tales, though. Me, I believe the legendary treasure truly does exist, and I really want to find it. Good point, and well made. In that case, I'll cooperate with you however I can. First of all, about the treasure, there are many mysteries surrounding it. Some say it's an infinitely vast treasure hoard, while others say it's a magical item. Some books say it's actually a monster, while others claim it's an empty chest. So many different theories. Obviously, it's impossible to find the truth among them. But all agree on one point. To find the treasure, one must have the crystal stars. To find the treasure of yours, take the 7 crystal stars to the 1,000-year door. You mean the crystal stars in the old saying that super elderly people pass down? Indeed, the same. As the saying goes, if you want to find the legendary treasure, you first must collect the 7 crystal stars. Hold the magical map aloft before the entrance to the 1,000-year door, then the stars will light the way that leads to the stones of yesterday. Yeah. All the lore I've read says that if the magical map is taken to the doorway, then it will show you where to find the crystal stars. Correct! And the 1,000-year door is supposedly here, deep beneath the town. Yet the critical piece of the puzzle, the magical map, is lost. If only we had that map! But we do have it, Professor, or, well, not we exactly. Mario has the magical map. What?! Really? You actually have it? Could I just take a quick look at it, if you don't mind? Outstanding! This is it! The real thing! The one and only magical map! You, son, are my hero. You're great! Fantastic! Wonderful, even! With this, we can find the crystal stars just by holding this aloft before the legendary door. Right on, Professor. Good golly, what are we doing just sitting here then? Goombella, Mario! Off we must go, this instant! Let's take the magical map to the legendary door. And we get a second, not really another party member, he's just gonna fall behind us to the wayside. And he actually opens this gate and knocks it off its hinge so we can actually gain access to the pipe to the rest of the world to actually move on with the story. So by just jumping onto the pipe and holding down on the analog stick, we can go into the warp pipe. So let's go ahead and do that. And wait, is he gonna start? Okay, yes, he does do this. This is another tutorial that I did skip because I went over it in the first video. He tells us about some enemies down ahead and keep our guard up, and he wants to teach us about action commands, but since I already know about it, I'm going to just flat out say no, I already know about it, and no thanks, I'm good, I don't need to go through this. So yeah, we're golden. Thanks, Professor. Let's go on. So just hop on the pipe. No, I didn't want to talk to you again. I want to jump on here, and then go down. There we go. Alright, so, let's just continue on for right now. And I'm actually not going to read their part, just because it gives me some more time to talk about it. So, yeah. Hey, how's it going? I realized in the last video, I never really, like, I literally, like, had to go through my whole thing just because I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things. Because at the time that I'm recording the voiceover for this one, I have recently started uploading the parts to the Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory playthrough that I'm doing. However, like, I only did voiceover for, like, the one and maybe even the last episode, while the rest is just straight up, you know, just regular gameplay. So you guys can actually, like, hear the music. And for the most part, this is going pretty good. I'm liking where I'm going so far with this, how it's set up, how I'm having it displayed. There are some few things in editing I'm going to take care of later on, just because I feel like as the first version of this is coming out, as while I'm editing it, the camera is a little bit off-centered in terms of where I put the current PNG, so like level it out. So hopefully, like, this won't show up in the, like, YouTube official version that I actually put up, but it's a little off-centered and it's getting irritating, and it took me until much later on to actually get it fixed, but for you guys, it will be tackled in the very first episode, so you won't even know what I'm talking about, so I don't even know what I'm bringing up. Anyway, as I'm rambling, here is Goombella's tattle ability, just like Goombario's. This one also has action commands. You just gotta press A while it's inside the cursor in order to get it, and she will give you a various description about them, as well as tell you their HP, attack power, and defense power, and then just a general description. And now for the rest of the game, Goomba's HP will always show up whenever we get into an encounter with them. And like I said in the first video, how I'm going to do this is primarily have Goombella as my main party member when I'm going against someone new, just so I can tattle on them, get their HP bar, and then afterwards I'll switch out to a different party member. And going forward, if we ever run into that enemy again that we've already tattled and fought against, I will, like, cut out that fight, just because in RPGs, I really like to just fight every single thing that comes across my way, just because I like leveling up and getting more and more stronger with my characters. So just so the videos don't drag on too long, the reason why I'm cutting out those battles after we've already gone through them is just because it's just extra stuff in here that I don't want to have to, like, keep talking over it over and over, just a part of stuff. So that's why I cut those out, so it saves on time. It's a lot easier for you, it's a lot easier on me, so it's a win-win for everyone. Anyway, it's for flying enemies, we cannot attack them with our hammer until we get a badge later on that lets us actually throw it. So that's why, when it comes to fighting against flying enemies, Mario will probably be the go-to unless you have a certain party member that is able to jump, which is most of them. The only one that really can't take on flying enemies is three of them. Yeah, there's three party yeah. I'm contemplating. Yes, there are three. There are three members that cannot fight flying enemies. That's coming to my mind right now. Anyway, Professor Frankly is now mentioning, like, if we ever get into a confrontation with enemies, if we attack them first, we will get a first encounter and do damage on them prior to actually starting the fight. So that is something to keep in mind. Whenever you go into a fight and you see an enemy, always try to get a first strike on them. That way you can get, you know, the upper hand and take off some health before the fighting begins and save yourself some time. So since we have already fought these enemies before, let's get our first strike. And just like I said, we already fought them before, so it's going to be cut out. So yay. So, yeah. So, get used to seeing that a lot. I'm sorry if it looks a little annoying, but it's a lot better for you guys in the long run. So now we get our instance of a first item that we can actually use. As in traditional Mario RPG games, if you get a mushroom, it is primarily used to restore health. Basic mushrooms just recover 5 HP, so it's nothing serious, but it's a good lifesaver for right now. And the next item that we just got was a fire flower. That is one of the attack items that we are going to get. And I would recommend saving this until later on we go into the quote-unquote boss fight for this prologue. And that little guy will become prevalent later on. So we'll go over that more when we get to, like, chapter 2 or so and on. But anyway, we are now fighting against a new enemy in the game called a Spinda, I believe it's called. Yeah, or Spinda. I like Spinda better. But anyway, it's part of the Rogueport Sewers area. It has, I believe, 3 HP, and its attack is like 1. Yeah, attack 1, defense 0. These guys move really fast, so the dodge command is kind of tricky for them. even more so, like, if you actually try to use a super guard to, like, take away damage from them, it actually is a lot more helpful. I will start utilizing it a bit more further down the line, just because I'm still adjusting to how this game, like, at least how to, like, play this game on the emulator. Even though I got the mapping right, it still takes some getting used to just because I'm playing with, like, an Xbox controller on a GameCube emulator game, so yeah, the button placement is a bit tricky for me at some points, but I got the hang of it pretty quickly. But anyway, let's go ahead and go into this room over here off to the side and speak with this black box. Whoa! Hey, you! Can you hear me? You can! That must mean you're the hero of legend! Only the great hero of legend can hear my voice. Yeah, everyone else? Nothing. See, long ago an evil spirit cast a curse on me, locking me in this box. I was bummed. I've been here ever since, waiting a long time for the hero to come by. So yeah, anyway, big guy, what brings a hero like you to a place like this? Mario, a word with you. I'm not exactly confident that we can trust this box. I think it may be best to mention not looking for the crystal stars. Well, drat. I just said it out loud. What's wrong with me? Oh yeah? Searching for the crystal stars are you now? So you really are a hero. Well, you definitely gonna need my help if you hope to get those bad boys. So first, you should look for the key to this box, then use it to let me out. Definitely. By the way, the key looks like this. Well, what do you think we ought to do, Mario? Well, I know my vote goes to finding that key. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Come on, getting stuck in a box is no picnic. I'm counting on you, old great legendary hero. So we actually saw the key a little bit ago. In order to get to it, we just want to drop down over here to this ledge, and then we'll pick it up. You can actually pick up the key before you even go in there, and its dialogue slightly changes, not by much. We'll just have to hit A again just to give it to him, and that's it. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts going into this game of how I'm going to have it set up for prior videos. So I hope you guys do enjoy it, and let's go ahead and use this black key to let this person out this box. And yeah, no, I'm not reading all his dialogue because it's long and it's getting late. I'm getting lazy. I don't feel like reading it all word for word. Because that's what I did in the original Paper Mario, and I did like how it was set up, but there are things I could have done differently that I will try to incorporate into this one. And I will try to do the rest of the Paper... let me stop myself before I dig myself a hole. I will try to do a majority of the Paper Mario games. Really, like, after, like, Super Paper Mario, the rest of them just felt meh to me. Because I was not a fan of Sticker Star. Color Splash was pretty cool. I liked it. What was the next one after that? I think that was, Paper Jam? Yeah, Paper Jam. I only played, like, a little bit of that. I don't know why. I just wasn't so engaged into it. But anyway, the curse that we're going over right now, when we get onto these airplane panels, if we press the Y button, we will transform into a paper airplane, and we can tilt the left and right analog stick in order to sail in the air and kind of glide like how you do with Pit and Meta Knight and Super Smash Bros. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If you get pretty good at it, you can go a fair distance, but you will at some point go down. And if you press B while you're flying, you will automatically turn back to normal. So in case you want to stop over a certain area, that's how you'll do it. So yeah, even though it's a curse, it's a pretty helpful ability, not gonna lie, to have. So anyway, let's utilize this new curse in order for us to move forward by actually utilizing it right here and pressing Y on this panel. And now you'll see they actually glow yellow when we're actually on them. So we just want to glide over here in order to reach further platforms, and that's going to be really helpful coming into later stages in order to, you know, progress with platforming. And ooh, actually yes, okay. I'm getting ahead of myself just because I saw something that I want to get later on that I kind of forgot about. So yeah, this is good. It's going to remind me to go back and do that now, prior to for me starting recording for chapter 3. So anyway, that's side note for you later on, so leave that alone. I'm looking right now for star pieces because I figured there's going to be one somewhere behind these pillars, but I was mistaken, there isn't one. So once I actually get that through my head, there's a save block over here, so in case you want to save, there you go. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump onto the main platform at some point, Tevin. Thank you. Hey, what's the deal with this weird pedestal, huh? What could it be, you think? Let's go ahead and jump on the center one. Professor, what's going on? Alright, the location of a crystal star has been recorded onto your magical map, and Mario has learned a special move. You can now use Sweet Treat. Each time you get a crystal star, you'll learn a new special move. Professor, the map! And what was all those crazy lights? It appears that information related to the locations of the crystal stars appeared. And that shining light, it looks as if a mysterious power was given to Mario. Well, one way or another, we should return to my place and study the map closely. Will do, Professor. Thankfully, they just jump cut us straight there. I don't have to do anything. Saves me a trip. Aha! I see. You understand it, Professor? My dear, of course I do. Firstly, about that light we saw shining on Mario. By my reckoning, Mario can now perform what is known as a special move. A special move? Yes, well, stuff like this is better explained by example rather than by words. Would you like to try it out? No thanks. This is very important. You better listen. I mean it. Are you ready to listen? No thanks. I will go over it with you guys at a later point when we go into a fight, just because it is a bit easy. Like he said, it's better by example, not by words, and I don't like when they try to hold my hand too much, so it's like, I can do it myself. Thanks, though. Anyway, with that, it gives us the first location of the first crystal star, which is in Petal Meadows. Petal Meadows. That is where it is at. And we have to find the pipe to lead to Petal Meadows somewhere inside the Roadport sewer. Did I say it too far? Nope. It's fine. Doesn't matter. So yeah, now that we got the location, now we gotta try to find a way to get there. So yeah, here it is. I was a little bit ahead, so I got a bit ahead of myself, but it's fine. Who's gonna tell us anyway? Not like it matters. Alright, say by the way, Mario, I'm curious, where did you get that map anyway? Well, from Princess Peach? Really? Her Highness sent this to you, Mario? This Princess Peach, this wouldn't be her, would it?
Oh yeah.
So it is her! Your princess came to see me the other day. She wanted to learn about the treasure. I told her about the crystal stars and my suspicions about Petal Meadows. It doesn't seem likely, but perhaps she tried to go to Petal Meadows on her own. You know, Professor, there was another suspicious group asking about the same thing. I can't imagine Princess Peach getting involved with them. Alright, it's settled. Off to Petal Meadows, you two go. If Princess Peach indeed went there, your first priority must be to catch up to her. Collecting the crystal stars is a means to an end, and that end is Princess Peach. Aren't you coming, Professor? No, I'll stay in town and ask around about Princess Peach and that suspicious gang. Besides, I doubt a shriveled old Goomba like me could handle the trials of the road. Of course, if anything happens and you need some advice, come see me, okay? You got it, Professor. Well, Mario, we're off. Alright, so now you can see next to the little star gauge that we have, there's a little button over there. Or that's an indication of us having a special move. And Professor Frankly is going to give us a badge called the Power Smash. So, just like in the first game, badges do a number of helpful things that can either increase your health, HP, give you additional attack power when your health is low, regenerate health, a lot of different caveats that will help you in battle. And he's going to tell us how to equip badge. I really don't need it. It's really simple. It's exactly how it is in the last one. And plus, even when he teaches you, he makes you take it off anyway. As always, when you use badges, they take BP in order to equip, And in order to use those moves in battle, it costs FP, so you want to kind of mesh the two with the upgrades. So let's actually go ahead into our badges and actually go ahead and equip that. So we start off with 3 automatically, and as you can see, BP for the Power Smash just takes 1. So now we're going to have 2 more. But that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. So as always, thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, and I will see you guys in the next episode where we go to looking more into pedal metals and how to get there. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.